Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to another nighttime pouring episode. I'm Mina Villegas. Tonight we are going to be repurposing this canvas and possibly one more if this one goes kind of fast. I get a lot of questions about when can you repour on a canvas. So we talked about the fingernail test before and I just want to show you guys real quick. When your painting seems dry on the surface, that's great. But sometimes if your paint is rather thick and your temperatures have been cooler, it might be dry on the surface but not necessarily dry underneath. So what you do is you take your fingernail, can you get close up on here HOA? And just kind of push down with your fingernail. And if anything is leaving any kind of indentation, then your paint is not really cured yet and it's not ready to be repoured on. So you might want to wait longer before you repour on that canvas. A few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, you're good to go. So this was a straight pour that I did with marbles. And I'm not really crazy about what happened with the marble, even though some of these parts are really, really beautiful in here. I think it's just a little bit too much. And I'm also not crazy about the fact that it's really dark in some places and it's kind of pearl cells in only a couple of places. So this one I definitely want to repurpose the canvas and that's what we're going to do tonight. That's a 24 by 24 inch gallery wrap canvas. It's got tape on the back and the push pins are in. I'm going to scoot that over and I'm going to show you my colors. The first one we're using is DecoArt Americana Decor Silver, Sterling Silver. The paint is all mixed with Liquitex Gloss Medium and the paint and some Floetrol, American Floetrol. Kind of thick, leaving a mound on a mound and then melting into itself. So that's the silver. We are also using, I'll just go DecoArt also, DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. My darling. Okay, and we're using FolkArt Treasure Gold, where did I put it? FolkArt Treasure Gold in Antique Copper. I really like this color. I like it better when I use more of it. So instead of just putting an ounce, it's a couple of ounces or maybe even 3 ounces depending on how thin your Floetrol is. So, but this is such a beautiful color and I love what it does with the blues, which we are also using Golden's Prussian Blue, which is one of my favorites. Just dreamy and deep and mysterious and lovely. So a mound on a mound and then melting into itself. Okay. I also have Golden's Paynes Grey, which is lovely and dries very, very dark and nice. So that's cool. And last but not least, we are using some Golden's, what is this? Cobalt Violet. My permanent violet deep that I love so much is not really available yet, so we're using this one instead. I could take some darker blue and put it in there and it would probably darken it up to the shade I like, but that's okay. I also have a couple of cups of drips from my last couple of pours that we might use as a flow extender. Okay, let's layer a cup. For a 24 by 24 inch canvas, we need about 20 ounces of paint. So that's good for this cup. This is a 16 ounce cup, but if we need more, we put more. We also have flow extender. So I want to do a dirty cup and a straight pour. So we're going to start with some Prussian Blue in the bottom. And then I'm going to put some silver in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of Paynes Grey. I'm going to come into the Antique Copper. And a little bit of gold. Put some of that Cobalt Violet in now. A little bit more. Some more Prussian Blue. Some more silver. Unless I'm pouring it from up high, you want it to sink underneath the surface. Okay. Antique copper again. Another shot of gold. Oh, not much room in this cup left, right? Okay.
Wow, I can't believe there were 2 millimeters at the top.
Surface tension. I could have another ounce or two in there easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we're going to start with a puddle of gold in the center to pour into. Okay. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to do a straight pour. And we might go up and down. Here we go. Because I'm not always crazy about those. I think I am going to put a few more ounces of paint in here. I do love what's happening in here so far. Okay, so we're going to go Prussian, silver, antique copper, cobalt violet, sorry, shot of gold, and one shot of the Paynes Grey. Okay. We're just going to pour that right in the middle of that. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, ma'am.
Right here? I'm glad we did that because I like the go back up high. Catch that. Okay. Alright, that's cool. I like that we have more cobalt violet around the edge, and I like that we have more of the antique copper in the center. And we do. I'm just going to go through the center like that. That line in there. Lip and lip style. Let's torch it. Gold. I think I'd rather use gold than that flow extender for right now. I'm just going to take the gold that I have left. I'm going to add some water to it and thin it out some more. And we're going to go around the pour. So one of the last paintings we did, I poured a straight pour and then I put gold on either side of it, thinned out gold, and then I decided I wanted more paint, so I poured another cup and I had that thinner consistency gold in between the two thicker pours, and I didn't like it at all. I ended up re-pouring it. I mean, it ultimately turned out pretty cool, but if you're going to pour something and use a thinner flow extender, make sure you're not putting thicker paint on both sides of it. So, okay, we're going to go around this. Some of this on the edges. Alright, I'm going to spread that out real quick with a spatula. I like these better for swiping rather than spreading out paint. Alright, this could be pretty cool. I like these gold cells coming up. I love that cobalt. I like the wreck that we did in there. Okay, what do we like the most?
It always comes down to finger painting.
I like finger painting. Fingers are great tools. It's easy to wash my hands. Not really as much scrubbing involved. Okay. So we want a nice layer over here so it can slide. If there's not enough paint on that part, it's going to get stuck and roll over itself. Okay, here we go. Let's go down that way first. Roll this around a little bit. Get the paint moving on one side, and then move the weight of it over. Using gravity, see it's already rolling over itself. Come back to the center, that's very cool. Bring back to the middle. Now we're going to go down that side. Hopefully we won't lose those gold cells. I lost some of them. Just let this float down. That corner. Pretty cool. Okay, let's give this a second and let it develop, and then we'll torch it again. I like what's happening. What do you think about that design in the center, Joy?
I like it.
Yeah? This looks like a rosebud opening up or something. Check our edges real quick. Ooh, look at the sides, are so pretty. Okay, make sure everything's covered and our previous pour is not showing. Cells coming up in it. Those are pretty cool. Galactic, if you will. Alright. Let's give that a quick torch. Let's see what pops up, shall we? That was very pretty though. I love the antique copper. I really like this. This is why I put the silver next to the Prussian blue, because it gives us almost that glacier blue color. Really pretty. Open this side up a bit. Okay, let's torch it. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so we're going to give that time to develop. I'm going to actually put that behind me. And do we have time to do the other one real quick, HOA?
Right, 13 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so we're going to move this one over. Look at all those cells popping out. So cute. I love these colors. So I'm glad I had the silver in there because that's going to give us some contrast in the center and it's not going to dry real dark. And I love that kind of glaciery blue color. I like the silver mixed with all of the colors. It's really cool. Okay, this is awesome. I'll put it over there. This one is a Convexo canvas, oval, about 16 inches across. Sort of did a pearl pour on it, but I don't like it. I like the pour that I had, and the white is just really distracting and irritating me a lot. So I'm gonna take some of my drips from the last pour, and we're gonna use that as our base coat. I'm not even gonna thin it out. I'm just gonna, because it's already kind of thinnish. Just gonna roll this around and cover this up. This is a real pretty color though too. A silvery purple. Just put some more in there. And cover this one up. Edges are all covered up. So that's ready to go. Now let's layer a little cup. Which I'm just going to use the same cup we just used before. And we're going to do kind of the same thing. This time we're going to put a little bit of Paynes Grey in the bottom. Give us kind of a darker base. And I'm going to go right into the antique copper, or sorry, the sterling silver. Some of the Prussian Blue, because I like that glacier bluey look. That means some of the cobalt this time. Oh, I used all my gold. Oh, okay. Antique copper. Some more sterling silver. The cobalt. I'll hit it with the antique copper one more time. That's probably way too much paint, but that's okay. All right. We're gonna just do a straight pour just like we did on that one. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Yes.
And because we didn't use the gold base coat on this, we probably won't get as many gold cells popping up as we did in the last one. So here we go. Catch the drip because I don't want to have. I'm going to put a little bit of this around here. Alright. My feet are totally sticking on the floor. Let's torch it. Okay. So, I like this. I love that. I like that part. Not so crazy about this. So we're going to go off this way first because I do like that line of antique copper. I want to keep that. So we're going to go down this side. Ooh, there's a lot of paint on there. Okay. I'm just kind of pushing it over the edge and then coming back. I don't like that as much. Get rid of a little bit of that. Come back this way now. Get that to go over the edge. And come back this way. I think we're going to have to lose some of that down there. The oval canvases always remind me of the world's prettiest Easter eggs. Every time. But I like them. Okay. That's pretty cool. What do you think, HOI?
Yeah.
Not too plain.
It's delicious.
I could tilt some more of this off and open this side up if I want to. Just a little bit. Because the top of it over here closest to me is really cool. I mean, that white part is cool too, but I'm not crazy about how solid it is. Yeah, I like that better. Also, since this is a repour, I don't want to leave a lot of paint on here. And we did put a base coat on too.
Looks like a planet.
Yeah. That's cool. There's like one perfect little pink cell. This is really neat. I love these fine lines that are in there. That's really cool. Okay. I'm gonna torch it one more time. Very pretty. I love this part. That's gorgeous. Looking at it. I don't care if we lose some of that white or silver at the bottom, but that's really pretty. Okay, I like it. Alright, well this one looks pretty cool to me. That one looks pretty cool to me. It's celled up a little bit more since I put it over there, so that's going to be awesome. I will show you both of these when they are dry. Oh, can you guys do me a favor? Several of you have been telling me you haven't been getting notifications. If you haven't been getting notifications, you may have been unsubscribed somehow. So please just go back and click that subscribe button and click on the notifications bell, and then you will be notified whenever I do upload a video. The schedule we're doing lately has been Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So that's the days you can look for our pours. I also post in the community tab. Also check out our Facebook page, Mina Villegas Art, because sometimes I post some cool stuff over there. And give us a like, I would really appreciate it. And you know, thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We love you. We'll see you soon. I wanted to show you the dried results of Volatile Rose. Actually, it came out really beautiful with the Paynes Grey and the Prussian Blue and the 24 karat gold and the rose gold in there, our temperamental beauty. Really, really pretty how the silver blended with that Prussian Blue and gave us that ice blue color. And we also had the other purple in there. So this was the Cobalt Violet. So this one turned out pretty cool. I really like this one a lot. I'm gonna put this one up over there and I'm gonna show you the other one. This is the double straight pour we did. This is Capricious Nebula. And this is the video you saw today. So it's not completely dry in the middle, but it hasn't changed. If anything, the cells have become more prominent around the corners and the edges. And I really like this, especially in the middle. There's some beautiful cell happening. And this one turned out really, really cool. This was the one that we did the straight pour, and then we put a little bit more in, and then I wrecked it like a flip and lip style, but obviously not with a flip. So would that be a straight lip style? But this one turned out really, really pretty. I really like this piece a lot. I love the gold cells on there. Just doing beautiful, beautiful things. Especially with we use the Treasure Gold Antique Copper, and that's really coming through a lot. And it's very pretty. You can see that. So this was the same colors as the last pour that I just showed you, minus the rose gold. So this was cool. I really like this piece a lot. All right, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'll show you that one last one. Okay, so we did the Convexo Oval canvas, and that one had been a pearl pour that didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I put a base coat on here of my drips, and when we tilted it out, there was still quite a bit of paint on here. So you know how I tell you guys, don't pour on fresh canvases and make sure you tilt off a lot of extra paint, because if you do have extra paint on there, then it could dry weird. And this is what I'm talking about. HOA, can you see those bubbles?
Yep.
So this is still wet in the center, but the edges have started to dry up, and there are all these little air pockets underneath there. And then the other interesting thing is, because we had used house paint, I can actually see all these little circles, which were where the cells were from the house paint. So this is kind of a lost cause at this point. But so this is a very good example of why you need to tilt off a lot of paint and make sure your base coat or your flow extender is thinner than the regular pour that you're putting on there, so that it slides and actually comes off and leaves a thin layer on there. Because if there's too much and nothing underneath is totally dry, you could get this air bubble thingy underneath the surface. It's very, very textured. It's actually like chicken pox or something. It's kind of like ostrich skin. Actually, it's kind of neat, but okay, I'm gonna move this one over. So this is outside in full sun. Actually, the sun's about to go down, but I wanted to show you it in the light because those colors are just amazing, and those gold cells are really beautiful in there. And I really like all of the metallic from the Treasure Gold Antique Copper. And the Prussian Blue is beautiful, especially the silver in there is really, really pretty. Those little tiny gold cells everywhere are just gorgeous. And I did it again. That's so weird. Keeps changing color. Anyways, this is awesome. This one's going to be Capricious Nebula. Okay, so those were our adventures with rose gold and with nebulas and ostrich eggs. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys on Tuesday next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.